that on dark, moonless nights, away from the city, the person can see 2,000 stars in the sky. If my math is correct, that's 1,000 more stars than 1,000, and 1,999 more stars than 1. This is only a tiny disk, a slice of the 100 billion stars that light up the Milky Way galaxy like blacklit holes on a piece of black construction paper. And did you know that if you took 100 billion atoms and you lined them up end to end, they would be about the length of a ruler? Am I loud enough? Good.
I'm back to the mic. I gotta go back.
When I taught third grade geography, this is what my students would say in one long, breathless sentence. We live on planet Earth, in the northern hemisphere, on the continent North America, in the country of the United States, in the Northeast region, in the state of New York, in the city of New York City, in the borough of Manhattan, in the neighborhood of the Upper East Side. They smile at this proclamation. We are here. This is our home. If we order things from big enough to small enough, this will all make sense. I wonder if the more accurate phrasing would be, we live in the inevitable dark, cusping between planes of matter and antimatter, in the soupy vacuum, next to a nuclear reactor, on a pebble terrarium, where we will all die. Dear third grade admin team, we are writing about an incident on Upper Roof today. When Cassiopeia got picked up from school this afternoon, she was upset and had obviously been crying. When I asked her what was wrong, she said, did you know that there is nothing out there beyond Earth? Did you know that one day the sun will explode and swallow the planet like a chimera? Did you know that we are all just trapped inside of a sphere? When we asked where she had gotten such frightful notions, she said that her teacher Luke had told her. We expect action to be taken immediately and think that this crosses a very clear boundary of what is acceptable behavior. While we obviously believe in science, Euclidean geometry, and the need to speak truth in such difficult times, this is not okay. Best regards, Aurora and Cosmo. Did you know that the light hitting your eyeball when you stare at Orion's belt is from the 1200s? And did you know that there are parts of the universe that we can't even observe yet because light hasn't existed long enough for the particles to reach us? In high school astronomy, we gathered in a tiny red brick hut with a dangling white sheet on the ceiling and a projector that showed us the 88 constellations recognized by the International Astronomical Union. We would stare up and wonder, was this just the beginning of my life? In college astronomy, I got a C because I never attended class again after the professor confessed that one day an asteroid would wipe out life on Earth again like it did 66 million years ago. And did you know that this celestial sphere has a radius of infinity, with Earth in the center and everything else on the edge? And did you know that we try to muscle the universe into 2 dimensions like hydrogen atoms under pressure? And did you know that when you look up the vector of everything that ever was and everything that is right now and everything that ever will be is all pointing straight down in your forehead as gravity pushes you deeper into the sphere? You have to understand... You have to understand the sphere to understand the firmament. Tennis balls, golf balls, bouncy balls, soap bubbles, droplets of water, droplets of tears, droplets of pre-cum, droplets of gin, droplets of ink, droplets of blood, droplets of red wine, body of Christ, grapes, oranges, marbles, moons, crystal balls, triangles. These are all the spheres. We admire the sphere because of its rounded edges. We admire the sphere because we can balance it in the palm of our hands and think, this is what it feels like to be God. In second grade, after computer club on Tuesdays, my mom would take me to the diner and we would split a milkshake. They would bring me the glass and my mom the metal cup with the extra. I was always confused by this. Was milkshake an impossible quantity to measure correctly? What's the biggest number there is, I asked. Infinity, she said. What's that? It just means that numbers go on forever. I don't understand. You're thinking of the numbers as a circle, an Ouroboros that came around in full and restarts at 0. You need to think of them as a sphere with a radius of infinity and a vector that extends out past time, beyond the knowable vacuum of space and into the mysterious dark. Oh, I said. And And then I started to cry because I knew, even at 7 years old, that on some level this whole thing was never going to make sense to me. No matter how hard I tried, how well I did in school, how impressive adults found me, the numbers still went on forever even though I didn't. Like my conception in which two people made me in parted ways, the vector would always diverge. Did you know that when you die, you get fed to the stars? Did you know that if you keep a Ricola in your pocket, you can't get anxious on the subway? And did you know that only the mint, not the fruit tums, will ease indigestion if you think you're having a heart attack? Scorpio men get a bad reputation, and here's why. Roughly 3,000 years ago, there was a giant named Orion who was a famous hunter. He claimed he was going to hunt all the animals in the world. But the Earth goddess Artemis wasn't going to let that happen, so she sent Scorpius the scorpion to bite him. Scorpius bit Orion, but when Zeus found out about this plan, he sent them to separate ends of outer space, trapped forever. Small stick figures in the night sky, stories to rationalize the infinite, three-dimensional stars in a flat plane. Did you know that the ghosts of the gamma rays that are going to kill us all are already on their way to the planet? Did you know that you should pick your color palette on your rising sign, not your sun sign? Did you know that the universe is just a sphere, that infinity is just another number? Did you know that I will love you until the sun explodes? Did you know about the wasp that died in the fig, that was eaten by the man, that was convinced by the snake? Did you know the fig was the first sphere? Did you know? No, I did not know that.